We all got bad ass kids, okay? Now listen, don't make it seem like I'm the only one on here who got bad ass kids.
Your boy King, aka Kid Sam, because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house.
Welcome back to Star Hush, where fresh hot tea is always brewing. This time we're going right into a crazy turn of events involving rapper T.I. and his family. And believe me when I say that things just became much more serious than they usually are. King Harris is once again in the spotlight, but not for red carpets or music. Rumor has it that he just had a heated public moment when people began criticizing him for concealing aspects of his personal life. It wasn't enough. There are rumors circulating around, asserting that a person he had considered to be close to him may not be as related as he once assumed. Yes, everyone is talking about it. Let's take a moment to go back in time. On August 25, 2004, King Sire Harris was born in the center of Atlanta, Georgia. Under the leadership of T and Tama Tiny Harris, he was raised in one of the most well-known blended celebrity families. The entire cast has been in the public eye for years because of their popular show, T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle.
Have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Here.
No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. There you go.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got in the neighborhood with me that broke up
You
with
ever
roach
roll up with a roach in your ear?
Y'all want to go to the bando and man my neighborhood?
You ain't
Do
fight
y'all
no
want to go to the
roaches,
bando?
right?
Do y'all want to go to the bando?
You gotta kill him.
To make him look better, he shit he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Sip used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the
You
fight.
cried like a baby to go to your grandma's house.
Every day.
You used to hold your breath.
Every
There's no
day.
tantrum to go over there.
Neighborhood. I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand
No,
that.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why he wants to be over there. Y'all ready?
What was the reason?
Cause he can suck and pacify over there. He was 12 years old. He was sucking.
King Harris was raised in direct view of the cameras. Through reality TV, audiences witnessed his transformation from toddler moments to teenage vigor, making him a well-known figure in the entertainment industry. However, the reality being portrayed behind the scenes is far more nuanced than what we see on film. Although the show allowed viewers to witness family humor and lighthearted conflict up close, new whispers implies that King's early years weren't nearly the idyllic setting that people had believed. He didn't precisely live the full star lifestyle that the cameras displayed, according to reports. His upbringing may have been even more remote than it appeared, hidden behind all that glamour. According to reports, King lived with his grandmother for the majority of his early years. According to reports, he was only brought over when it was time to film the show, and as soon as the camera stopped, he was immediately returned to his grandmother's home. People's perceptions of that type of setup are completely different. As he grew older and more conscious of his environment, King did not avoid the limelight. He entered the music industry with the same zeal his father is known for, composing, recording, and releasing his own music. King made it plain that he didn't want to merely capitalize on his family name. He wanted to carve out a path. He has genuine talent, drive, and ambition. Additionally, having a Grammy-winning father like T opened doors for him in the industry. However, despite having such access, they were still forming their sense of self and belonging. Then, in November 2023, a video of a furious argument between King and T became viral online, and things quickly heated up. They can be seen arguing back and forth regarding King's upbringing in the video. T remains steadfast in his assertion that King led a comfortable life, even using the term silver spoon to characterize his upbringing. In order to illustrate his point, T stated something like, "You never woke up with a roach crawling across your face," trying to highlight that King didn't grow up under hard conditions. King, however, would have none of it. "I feel more connected to life in the streets than anything privileged," he lashed back.
I can go back to when King was Eris's age. I can go back to when Major was my granddaughter's age. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for family.
Okay, I see. What up, y'all? It's your boy King, aka Blue King of the South.
AKA Junior. This is Tip, King of the South Senior, and this is Goat Talk from Complex.
King Harris has stated that he never found that upscale gated community lifestyle to be very appealing. King always felt more in line with a different reality, even though his family made an effort to project an image of wealth and order. And the discrepancy between one's personal truth and public identity only becomes more pronounced over time. The drama and attention don't stop, as is the case with most famous families. King's path hasn't always been easy. He has seen his share of highs and lows, as do many people navigating celebrity while discovering who they are. There were even times when the Harris home was truly heated. King posted something on Instagram back in September 2022 that had the internet go crazy. He stated that he had been placed under arrest, but he did not elaborate. Timelines quickly became ablaze with speculation and opinions after seeing that ambiguous post. The responses on the internet were swift, but many people focused on T rather than merely King. Serious inquiries concerning his son's upbringing and if his public persona aligned with his private life were made by critics.
Son King, he's a passionate young man.
He's very passionate.
Yeah, and he has some tumultuous times. But the Lord ain't through with him yet.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, and he get better every day and learn from his mistakes the same way any of us did when we was that age.
Does he remind you of yourself when you was younger?
You know what he does? He reminds me of myself at a time in my life where I made the most egregious mistakes I could ever make. You know what I'm saying? And I paid dearly for them. But he has something I never had.
Right.
And that's me.
Right.
And his mama. You know what I'm saying? He has a way of garnering attention for himself.
T didn't ignore the chit-chat. He quickly responded on social media. He took aim at the clamor in a video message ordering viewers to stop sending him hate. Mail, he made it apparent that he understands his kid and that they have had meaningful conversations about options and the directions they can take. King, according to T, has talent but is currently heading in a direction that might not be the best fit. He remains steadfast, claiming he owed no one an explanation and that he was managing matters as he saw fit. However, the spotlight remains scorching notwithstanding that declaration. After that, King continued to make headlines and found himself in more difficult positions. There were rumors of a court date being missed. The fire was fueled by a call with a patrol car and being stopped with prohibited things in the car. The already strained relationship between father and son grew increasingly heated with each episode. King added another infraction to the list in 2022 when he was charged for driving without a valid license. People kept returning to the same question whenever his name appeared on blogs. Were there more serious problems at home? Or was it the strain of growing up in the spotlight? However, a recent online leak of a private video showing King having a private moment with another person really brought things to a head. The video quickly went viral, sparking a flurry of responses, inquiries, and never-ending conjecture regarding King's private life, with people on the internet offering their opinions whether or not they were asked.
Like, King, I know you tired, you ain't getting no sleep, and the truth be told, before this I ain't been getting no sleep, you know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle, lifestyle just life, you know what I'm saying? And, but now I'm damn sure not getting no sleep. This up every morning, and then around the morning time, he like to do that little live concert I be doing with him. And, he like to walk around the house. So that's what I've been dealing with. But if y'all want to come see what I'm going through early in the morning, with Lil Junior. I call him Lil Jack Jack as a baby, cause Jack Jack from. Anyway, y'all wanna see what we doing?
Rumor has it that the video wasn't released to the public right away. In fact, it was sent directly to King's father and Big Nana, his child's mother. Everything reached a completely new level after the transfer. King was no longer the only focus. It sparked a more in-depth discussion on digital respect, privacy, and the appropriate level of public access to an individual's private life. Something like this can lead to a great deal of stress and major worries about how exposed families are to constant attention. Although nothing has been verified, many people think the leak was intended to cause friction between King and Big Nana. Nevertheless, the delivery and timing got everyone talking. Reactions were everywhere, and social media was immediately enraged. While some focused on the potential impact on T.I.'s reputation in the music industry, others referred to it as a total invasion of privacy. Not to mention that hip-hop has a long history of promoting a particular image. Additionally, it may hit differently when something like this drops. T.I.s are renowned for their powerful presence and street-credentialed history. Therefore, even if it isn't his fault, a scandal that affects his circle can change how fans and industry people perceive him.
Speaking of cops, your son got arrested along with T.I.'s son, right?
He got detained, but they let him go.
Okay, what was that arrest over?
Let's now discuss what is causing the drama behind the scenes. Rumor has it that T has been acting quietly and taking all necessary precautions to prevent the spread of the controversy since the private video sparked it. According to sources, he is making discreet calls, establishing contacts, and even looking into legal alternatives in an effort to quickly end the situation before it further damages anyone's reputation. When it comes to safeguarding his reputation and his family, he is not playing around. The narrative gets more complicated here, though. The video is said to still be with Big Nana. Indeed, despite all of this time, she's believed to be preserving it, which is what's keeping the whole thing going on the internet. This is cited as the reason why the situation hasn't subsided yet. Furthermore, it doesn't end there. The relationship between T and Big Nana has never been easy. It has been difficult behind the scenes. It has been suggested that T has been skeptical from the start, wondering if Big Nana's goals were more about gaining proximity to the limelight and all of its perks than whether they were genuine.
Who is it? Okay. Who is it? Okay. For the whole month? All right. Hello? Who is...
The tension is still rising. Now, particularly in light of claims that Big Nana still has the tape hidden away. People are speculating about what kind of twist might be revealed next based just on that small detail. The reported disagreement between T and Tiny about how to handle this entire situation, however, is what has the family in the hot seat. Tiny wants to confront this head-on, according to sources close to the scene. According to reports, she is urging King to come up, tell the truth, and simply set the record straight. Her attitude: before the internet does it for you, get in front of it. Tiny thinks that the best way to prevent things from getting out of control is to be transparent, even more. But it looks like he's going in a whole different direction. He's reportedly attempting to shut things down. Just silence, no words, no remarks. It appears that he wants to keep this under wraps and maintain the family's good reputation. He's trying to stay 2 steps ahead of the headlines. He's doing everything he can to prevent that footage from going viral. The parental dispute is starting to take on a life of its own. People now claim that T is more concerned with protecting his reputation than assisting King in coping with the psychological consequences.
Everything in the world say about me is a lie. I don't give a damn. I don't really care too much. That shit didn't affect me. That just made your source. That just made your information that you talk about not credible.
But he broke the mold when he...
They all got the same structure face.
He made me very special.
Who?
They just got different hair.
What's up with it? It's your boy King, aka Kid Sin, and we jumping out the porch with Dirty Glove Bastards. Yeah. Every time we get into it about something crazy can happen. So I feel like that's a big risk.
Man, I feel like you're the one out of all your siblings, like you like the rebel out of everybody.
Yeah.
On November 5th, 2024, King Harris and Big Nana welcomed their baby boy, King Jr., marking the beginning of a brand new chapter in their lives. A proud Instagram post made the announcement. King expressed how much the moment meant to him by sharing the precise moment his son was born, topped with an emoji of a crown and a blue heart. It was all joy and merriment. King also released the poignant song Dear Son to commemorate the significant occasion. The song was full of genuine feelings, much like a direct letter from his new baby to his heart. He appeared genuinely pleased about this next phase of his life and ready to embrace fatherhood. However, the internet swiftly turned the tide of happiness around. Online rumors went viral shortly after he made his statement. Rumors began to circulate that King Jr. might not be his biological son. Reports that Big Nana wasn't quite certain of the paternity and had supposedly pointed to King without complete proof caused things to take a disastrous turn.
As his own man, but he want to go through the different challenges and adversities. He want to be tested and be graded on his response to whatever his skill set is in that area. Not, oh, but he did bad because he T.I. son.
When rumors circulated about a DNA test that purportedly showed King Harris wasn't the baby's biological father, things definitely took a turn for the worse. The internet was completely upended by that rumor, which spread like wildfire. Social media blew up with non-stop reactions. Some are criticizing others, while others are making scathing remarks as if they've been waiting to say, "I told you." So, as people questioned King's choices and made fun of the situation as if it were reality TV, the internet became noisy and full of criticism and side-eye. There was nothing light in what everyone had to say. King was not alone, though. Despite the mayhem, his family persevered. Sunique, his sister, stepped up and quickly put an end to the situation. She stood 10 toes behind her brother and proclaimed the DNA accusations utterly untrue, demonstrating that people were merely spreading untrue rumors to garner attention. Tiny, on the other hand, was calm and calculated. Rather than retaliating, online she shared cheery Christmas photos of the entire family appearing close and content, obviously sending a message without uttering a single word. It wasn't just a joyful holiday post. Silencing the noise and demonstrating unity was a cunning strategy. The Harris family maintained their focus on remaining close and defending their own despite what others were saying. And King remained unflinching despite all the back and forth on the internet. He has been maintaining his composure as if the noise didn't disturb him in the least.
In the communication with all my kids, I try to listen as much as I speak to them. And from his position here, man, I don't just want to be celebrity's kid. Like, I don't want to live off of y'all's success. I don't want to have to just be in y'all's shadows.
In the midst of all the internet commotion, King Harris reaffirmed his commitment to his current top priority, fatherhood. He jumped on social media to share his love and happiness for his newborn by posting pictures of him with pride. He hasn't commented on the rumors circulating regarding the baby's father, but he has stated one thing: he's totally focused on starting a new chapter in his fatherhood. King has been letting his actions speak for him rather than directly responding to the rumors. He shares the highs and lows of caring for a newborn in his parenting-focused posts and videos. He has been completely honest in recent interviews, talking about the early mornings and long nights, the diapers, the feedings, as well as how little sleep he's getting. He claims that despite everything, he wouldn't trade it for anything. Shared a glimpse of his daily life with his infant in a video that received a lot of attention. People in the comments were amused when he revealed a moniker he uses for his son. The atmosphere was sheer happiness. It was one of the first occasions when people saw King in a completely different light, more mature, more composed, and obviously moving into a more profound realm. Online users speculated that this could be the turning point in his life. At the conclusion of the video, he instructed his fans to visit his Snapchat account for additional dad life updates. It was an uncommon, sincere glimpse of King's more compassionate side, one that was centered on growth, family, and responsibility. Although King has been the center of attention, discussions have subtly begun to shift to his older half-brother. Messiah, he has a completely different vibe now. Messiah, cool, collected, and completely invisible. He grew up with King, who was a reality TV star. But Messiah took a step back as soon as the cameras stopped recording. He doesn't share many posts. Drama is not something he entertains.
Receive about my son. I would like to shed light on the fact. We all got bad ass kids. Okay, now listen, don't make it seem like I'm the only one on here who got bad ass kids. I take the good with the bad and just let them know. You go into prison if you keep it up. I don't wish it on him, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish it on him. And I love him through it. Whatever he's going through, I love him through it. And I can't say he a great kid.
Messiah. His older half-brother gradually lost prominence as King Harris gained more attention and fans undoubtedly noticed. Messiah started making fewer appearances till he was essentially eliminated back when the family's reality show was still on. At the time, the majority of people simply thought it was a normal change. He was maturing and concentrating on his own course. Behind the scenes, however, there was discussion about something far more profound. Rumors began to circulate regarding Messiah's private life, particularly after a few pictures surfaced online that provoked intense discussion. Soon, the websites were ablaze with rumors that Messiah might have been negotiating a scenario that some people felt didn't sit well with him, good with his dad. Word got around that there might have been conflict over how it would appear in the public eye, particularly given the family's reputation and its evolution over time. In an attempt to keep things low-key and prevent any controversy, some even suggested that T was involved in Messiah's discreet departure from the show. This action raised important issues of how public families deal with identity, image, and change, as well as whether the demands of celebrity can occasionally cause loved ones to fade into the background. However, it's crucial to remember that there was never any formal evidence that Messiah was removed from the program for private reasons. People who were more familiar with the circumstances told a different tale. They said Messiah was just concentrating on his studies. It was no longer feasible for him to balance a rigorous course schedule with a filmmaking grind since he had enrolled full-time in college. More than anything else, it sounded like a change in priorities, development, self-reliance, and forging his own path. I'm here doing just that right now. Messiah has been immersed in the world of music. Blues, not hip-hop like his brother or father. Behind the scenes, he's honing his art and gradually creating a name with a voice all his own. Messiah, in contrast to King, is very calm. He doesn't contribute to rumors, doesn't post frequently, and undoubtedly keeps his personal life secret. It's attention, not distance. That's silence. It is well known that King Harris did not develop up like the majority of people. His entire life was captured on camera as he progressed through each stage, from his early years to the present. Both how one sees the world and how the world sees them can be influenced by that degree of focus. He had no desire for fame. It was passed down through the generations. Along with it came the weight of ongoing criticism, public opinion, and pressure to live up to a reputation. Even his adolescence wasn't without its challenges. King's journey has been anything but quiet, ranging from legal issues to high-profile clashes with his parents, and every mistake was amplified since everyone was watching him. However, things could suddenly be shifting. King appears to be embarking on a new chapter with the birth of his baby boy. His appearance has changed. Additionally, some individuals are beginning to think that this might be a true turning point. Don't get it wrong, though. There are still many unanswered questions. People are vacillating on the internet, attempting to discern what is genuine and what is not. Does King continue to keep some things under wraps? Did Big Nana's situation turn out the way he predicted? The most important question of all is whether King Jr. is actually his biological son. Deep digs, side-eyes, and speculations abound on social media. To be honest, it has become a complete mystery on the internet. People are kept in place by a combination of legacy, loyalty, familial ties, and renown. And this narrative just continues getting more complex with each new interview, post, or piece of footage. However, it's definitely not over yet. You can be sure that whatever comes next will cause a stir. Therefore, stay put if you're here for the tea, the twists, and the real story behind the headlines. To be the first to know when the next update is out, hit the bell icon, hit the like button, and smash the subscribe button. Stay alert and inquisitive. Until then, my stars and hushes, and I'll see you in the next one.